Hey everyone, this is Derek Thornton with Thornton Realty in Farmville, Morrissey, talking to you today about iBuyers. There's a lot of people who may be wondering, Derek, what the heck is an iBuyer? I've never even heard of that. It stands for Instant Buyer and is basically a real estate company that agrees to buy homes from a seller using cash who signs up online. You know, there's different companies where they can go onto the website and enter information about their home, the size, updates, all that stuff. And based on that information, the iBuyer will give them a preliminary offer on their home. And so there's a lot of sellers out there who are wondering, okay, should we sell our home using an iBuyer or should we go the traditional route of using a real estate agent? What's best? Now, obviously, I would hope that anyone who's looking to sell their home in the area would always come to me, but I have no problem with admitting there are certain times where it may work best for your situation to use an iBuyer. I just want to make sure you have all the appropriate information up front. So there's pros and cons to either approach. One of the biggest advantages to using an iBuyer is the convenience factor. There's so much convenience in having a cash buyer. They can close in a fraction of the time that a normal buyer can. If we went the traditional route of using an agent, there's a chance you may get a cash buyer, but it's absolutely no guarantee. You can just hope for the best, but more likely than not, you're usually going to end up with a buyer using a mortgage, which means they're going to have a lot of red tape and obstacles and hoops they have to jump through. It takes 30 to 45 days to close. You also have to deal with the inconvenience of showing your home as well too and getting that all prepared. And so there's a lot of different factors that come into play, and it's usually going to be a lot easier and more convenient to go the route of an iBuyer. The downside to using them is the fact that you're usually going to pay a premium for that convenience. Okay, real estate agents usually charge you a commission to sell your home, and iBuyers are also going to charge you a fee. They may not call it a commission, but you better believe they're going to charge you something to sell that home. So one of the easiest ways you can answer the question of, is it worth it for me to use an iBuyer to sell my home, is by looking at a document called a seller net sheet. This document is going to give you an estimate of all the charges and expenses and the fees that are estimated to sell your home and what you can walk away with at the end of the day. That's the document you want to focus on. You want to look at what the iBuyer can offer you, and then you want to get a quality realtor who has experience selling in that area to estimate what you can stand to walk away with if you went the traditional route of selling, and then compare those two figures and weigh the pros and cons of whether or not it works best for your situation. I'm always happy to run those numbers for you. Again, there's always no cost to it, to let you know whether or not it's going to be best for your situation and which route. I don't want you to leave hard-earned equity on the table. So make sure you get a second opinion and talk with us and call your local realtor to find out what's best for your situation. Hope that's helpful for you guys. Feel more than free to reach out. And also, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time.